Liberia. When you wake up in the morning, indeed, God is the greatest. Good morning, folks. It's great to be back on a Thursday morning. Sometime a Thursday become a holiday. It's a regular Thursday. Welcome to Liberia's biggest breakfast show, cutting across the 15 counties in the land and breadth of the Republic of Liberia. The love of liberty. The love of liberty brought us together. Let justice be done to all. Good morning, my president, the president of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Yuma Boykai. Good morning, folks. My name is O'Neill. Yes, Marka, good morning. Intro short this morning.
I'm surprised. I'm
Eh?
really expecting
Yeah, Oh, you expecting it, yeah? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, good morning.
What's
good
going
morning.
on? It's
Good
great to be
morning.
back.
Yeah, good morning.
And one more porno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, folks, good morning. Thanks for joining us this morning. We are here again to serve you breakfast. Today is Thursday. What's the best of you please?
Well, yeah, man.
Yeah, Joe, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Thanks for joining this morning. So it's good for us to be here again to serve our people breakfast. A lot of things happening in the country, some positives, some negatives.
Mm-hmm.
But in the midst of our country 1st,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to do what we can do as people in whatever little way we can contribute to make our country better. That should be our priority. We strongly believe that we should try very hard to do away with the negative politics because locally it have impact, and internationally it also has impact on the future of the country. We cannot continue to pin our country the way we do, and we think we are doing politics against maybe people who are in power or so. But I think we are also affecting the country generally because whatever you pinned out there as an image for Liberia is what it will be. Even if you come back to power or you are fortunate to take power, people will still look at the same picture you printed before.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that's what it is. I think our interest should be the betterment of our country, no matter what the situations are. Politics has period. The period of the election, is the time for propaganda, hardcore politics and all of that. But once elections are over and you have inaugurated leader, we believe that you should give your support, maybe just by sitting and watching, correcting some of the mistakes,
And see what's going on.
and allow the country move. And I mean, we need to slow down a little bit. The politics, the tension is too high. Everybody is in flight as if, this is the only thing to do. We expect that some of our former leaders will now be investing in agriculture, in businesses, empowering young people and other things. But it appears like besides government job, there's nothing else a Liberian can do.
So I remember asking former defense minister, Bernie Samukai, and I asked him, I said, life in government and life after government, how is it?
Yeah.
and he laughed about
For
it.
me, it appears that there's no life after government for some of our officials.
Yeah, that's why when you are in the position, don't disconnect yourself from the people, because after you have served, if that's 6 years, if that 12 years, the people had 12-year contract but they didn't make it. Yes, so you still have to reconnect with your people.
Yeah,
but your country should be your interests.
Exactly.
Don't wish for the worst thing to happen to your country. That's a second part
We
about
have made it appear like outside of government, there is no way one can survive, one can succeed, one can count success, improvement, nothing. So it appears like when you enter government, that is it. When you out of government, you die.
And jokingly, when he said to me yesterday, he said, you guys are now wearing coats.
No, I not getting job.
The why I getting job. So another guy too saw me and said, but O'Neill, why you keep wearing coats? I said, why? I said, you're expecting something appointment? I said, no. I mean, everybody can go in government.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Absolutely.
Yes. Good morning, folks. Good morning to the Silent Listener Association member, Professor Richmond Anderson. I just don't know what to say with this professor. Two other professors have reached out to me, threatening also if we suspend Richmond Anderson, there'll be a legal battle
Oh,
Yes. In fact, they'll not even take it to the Supreme Court to go to the ECOWAS court.
so people just fighting behind closed door in the
I'm
country.
telling you, just Richmond Annesfield common position, chairman
Mm-hmm.
of the silent listener, difficulty threatening us. Now it's Richmond Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yes, good morning for you folks. And let me introduce this organization quickly. Wash up. It's called the Heart White Initiative. Heart White Initiative, just for the kids. It's a new initiative coming up.
Okay.
Yes, and I don't know if we'll serve you an invitation to be guest speaker.
Oh.
Please accept my invite, man.
Uh,
Let Marka David be one of the guest speaker at the launching of the White Height Initiative.
yes. Let's see what it looks like
Hey,
because
but no, man, don't do the politician, man. Now can be rather you
you
coming
know,
to.
I have passion
Yeah,
for children.
yeah.
I was very young when I had my children. So, I grew up, being a father from a very young age. So I have huge passion for children.
Okay,
So yes, I will be glad to form
okay.
part of such initiative.
And that invite coming directly from me to you.
When they say invitation to go speak, or you come from there, you come with package.
No, that's
No
what.
package.
That's self-initiative. Yes, we are concerned how our president doing this morning. President Boyka, good morning to you. It's good. We wish you well.
Yeah, Mr. President,
How
I
you
hope
doing
you
this
are doing.
morning?
Look, in this period, you should be calm. Sometimes take a rest and wake up. Some of the time you just stay away from maybe even listening to radio. Just relax. Just after you are living outside of the world for maybe something like 1 hour, 3 hours, and then you come back. It's like a breathe in, breathe out.
Yeah.
Yes, because the tension, these criticisms, some
So,
necessary, some unnecessary. So sometimes you just breathe in, breathe out. Like Oni will say,
yeah, so if President Boyka could swim, Maka,
Mhm.
he would just sit in the swimming pool. I saw Taiwan Gongolo doing that. And Councilor Gongolo, if you're listening, I dare you to call. Yes, he just sit in the swimming pool, just relax.
Yeah.
Stress free yourself because
Exactly.
the noise, the tension, I ain't know that chairman ability so I can swim. Now you understand bridge, he start connecting. It's
Look,
not,
let
it's
me
not
tell
the,
you.
the newest bridge.
Let me tell you,
Uh-huh.
when you are seeking public office,
Mhm.
the first thing you should train yourself to is to be tolerant.
Okay.
That's the first thing you should train yourself to be tolerant.
Mhm.
Like they will say, thick skin. How they call it, the politician call it, is the common way to have thick skin.
Okay.
You should learn to be tolerant. You should learn to accept all of these negative criticism. Not be somebody who will be fast to act, especially when you hear some negative things, because the Liberian politics, the political space in Liberia is too, I should say, toxic. Yes, it's too toxic. People go to social media, use all kind of words. People you don't even expect to say things to you. They start to say things to you once they see you now in a public office. So to become president of Liberia is not easy. So you have to make consideration
The
of
president
all of
should
these
get
things
a thick skin.
when you're going to election. Thick
Okay.
skin.
Let me jokingly say this before you do your intro, right? The CEO and I liability went on yesterday, right?
Yeah, I saw some photos.
Yes. We're bringing the biggest news. So there is this deputy minister. You and I'm not calling his name this morning. We've been going back and forth here, right? So around the entry, I'm coming, he's going out. So I say, how you doing, sir? You won't answer. He know it here. Then the security guys will give me a thumbs up. I said, well, the kind of work we do is not something easy.
Yeah, so as we do the lineup again, let me in 1 minute, let me play my role again. We want to call on our community, our people, especially our parents, not to give up on the young people of Liberia. We know that, I received a very bad or sad news, especially from Western Liberia, Grand Cape Mount, where the use of kush is rampant. In fact, a civil society
Zombie or
guy,
push?
one of those, I don't know.
Okay.
A civil society guy was telling me that in the past 2 months, there have been a death rate of almost 5 young people.
Okay, man.
Yes. They will just die, foam from their mouth and nose. The drugs is killing our young people. We want to call on our parents. We want to call on the community. This thing is not only the DEA alone. It's not only about rehabilitation facilities, the mental health facilities. No. the parents, the community leaders should get involved, because these ghettos are established in the very communities, and you are there. You see it. What do you do as community leaders? What do you do as the youth of the community when you see people establishing ghettos in the community? It is
So,
sad. This thing does not affect one family or one group of people. It is a menace in the society that we must fight it. Together as a people. We should not wait for DA alone.
yes, very well. That's why you'll be our guest speaker for the White Hat Initiative. Guest speaker.
Yes,
Yes, let's see what we have this morning, lineup of the Truth Breakfast Show.
yes. So it's May 30, 2024. Tomorrow is the last day of the month.
We'll say
Yes.
goodbye.
So coming up shortly, David Coty will bring for us the health tips this morning. He's been doing extremely well. Let me appreciate him.
Okay.
That will be followed by the review of the papers. And this show is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia GSM and EcoBank Liberia Limited, the Pan African Bank, doing extremely well in the country. In our studio chat this morning, we'll talk about EcoBank Limited, the first banking institution in the country to introduce the card to customers in Liberia. Again, GAC to conduct audit at the National Road Funds. Okay, that is good. And ahead of the GAC audit report on CBL, serious internal tension between Governor Talu and Deputy Yemandi Pearson. Yes, I also saw that in some of the local papers. We'll talk about that this morning. 8:20 to 8:30 this morning. Speak to your leader segment. Come up, will give you the opportunity to interact with us on the show this morning. 8:30 to 10 after 9, a team from NASAPA, which deals with public safety organization in Liberia, is our guest on the show. They will be here to talk about safety matters this morning on traffic. We are Cape will lead a team, and they will be here this morning on the show. That will be followed by sports, entertainment, and commercials brought to you by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. At 9:15 to 10 o'clock, a team from EcoBank Liberia will be here as our last segment guest this morning to talk about the biggest news, which is the credit card that is now available for customers. The first banking institution to introduce the credit card so far. So, in the midst of all, country first, we'll be talking about safety, we'll be talking about banking.
Yes. Beautiful lineup, the Truth Breakfast Show, 9 to 6. My name is O'Neill, along with Marka this morning. Let's bring you health tip with Derek Ernest Coty. Gonna fill us in with our health tip right here on the show this morning. David Coty, this is his best job he's enjoying since leaving government. Trust me, you try David with this health tip thing, he definitely go for you. Yes.
The man can just be calling BB people all over as soon as they threatening to move from here. Can you imagine that Mr. Coty went as far as calling Ambassador Madina Wise?
Madina
to say,
Wise, yeah.
They only they want to move me. Oh. So that John OPS now. And guess what? The last time, Councillor Asatu Bakene called and said, "Oh, David said you want to move him from all the."
So why you keep begging? You love me everywhere.
To people. Why are you doing that, David?
My man, I don't want to leave a job. I've been occupying many important positions in government, but this one, brother, don't play with it.
No pay, man. A poor bono job. This is the Robert Sally kind of job, man. No pay.
Millions for inside. Millions for in the don't I don't want.
Oh, like best friend, so no.
No, over that. When I get in plenty of money.
Well, look, before you do your health tip, man, stop that, man. There is stop that. When the last time you heard from your good old friend Charles Gange Taylor?
Well, the last time I ever talked to His Excellency, Dr. Charles Gange Taylor was in Calabar. I went there twice to visit him. And most people thought that I went for money. Who could be so foolish to go to that man president again? Go there for money for what? I only went to let him know that his state had a friend in Liberia. I went there twice.
Okay.
Yes. Thank God during my second trip, Mrs. Taylor was there. Juwa Taylor. She was sitting right there. After eating our little cassava, we came to the library, she was there. Even up to the time, I didn't go there for money.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was the last.
Okay. Okay. So when you meeting Uncle Joe before the health tip?
Well, Uncle Joe, let me just tell you something.
Uncle Joe, folks, if you don't know, Uncle Joe is President Joseph Boyka. When are you meeting Uncle Joe?
Yes, I will be Uncle Joe. The time is coming. I told you, you the outsiders, y'all who coming from outside, y'all my rush. We the most of the first family. We're waiting for the best time to get there. But let me just tell you the two of you one little secret. They won't hear now for the public now. I beg you. But man, let me tell you something. I betrayed my uncle in 2017.
You mean Uncle?
I went and voted for Bills Jones.
Oh, you voted for, but yeah, I think if you didn't forgive you, man. If you can forget about better not you, then what about you?
The worst thing about it, when my uncle lost the election, I never went to see him one day. Now that he has become president, if I go Russia now, you know what people will say? I went in small. He doesn't keep grudges. I know that.
Go ahead, man. Let's hear what you hear for you. Difficulty.
Yes, sir. Cancer is our topic today.
Okay.
The second leading cause of deaths worldwide is cancer. It kills almost 10 million people around the world. And remember, try to notice, there are more than 100 different kinds of cancer. More than 100 different types of cancer. Now, I'm merely here today to talk about the foods that you should not eat, food that can cause cancer. There are many of them, but I'll just name a few today. Number one, too much sugar. Don't eat too much sugar. And when I talk about eating too much sugar, it's not the sugar you put in the tea alone. But when you eat white bread, you eat white rice. I told you parboiled rice or brown rice is the best. Once you are eating white rice and white bread, my friend, you are eating well. Number two, soda and juice. Leave them. Three, vegetable oils. Most of the oil you see on the counter today in the supermarket, my friend, they're not good for your health. The best oil to choose to fry your fish and cook your gravy, olive oil, coconut oil, or avocado oil. Yeah, all good for cooking, good for your health. But the other oils, I'm not going to need them, but they're not good. Number four, processed meat, like red meat. I used to stop at the fast food place and collect my hamburger, my hot dog, and bacon, but this time I don't do it. It's bad for your health. It can cause cancer. But remember that occasional treats are not bad. Once in a while, man, go eat your hamburger. But it should not be a daily thing you do. Just eat your little thing once in a while. Now, milk is another problem too, especially in large amounts. It can cause prostate cancer in men. It can cause breast cancer in women. Alcohol can cause 6 different types of cancer. Be very careful with alcohol. Throat cancer, liver, all 6 of them. Now, microwave popcorn is also not good. The open air popcorn, fine, you can eat that, but the one from the microwave is very dangerous. Remember this: you could die from cardiac arrest today in your bedroom, in your living room, on the football field, or even in your sleep. Yes, cardiac arrest. Cardiac arrest is the malfunction of the electricity of the heart. You know, I want to talk about one big doctor now. One big doctor now. Cardiac arrest is the malfunction of the electricity of the heart. But it simply means when your heart starts beating, that is cardiac arrest. When your heart starts beating, we call it cardiac arrest. And if it starts beating for just few minutes, you are dead. This is why you should not take it light. Go and see the cardiologist today, because 80 million people die around the world every year from heart diseases. So please, I'm advising you today, if you don't do it today, you want to wait for tomorrow, it may be too late. Maybe you already have heart failure. That is, your blood is not pumping blood properly. Or you already have heart attack. That is not reaching your heart muscles. Then, when it comes to cardiac, that's the worst one. So please, do it today. Go to the hospital today, see the cardiologist, say, I came to do my EKG, my heart test. Let them do it for you today so you can know where you stand. Or else, your people will blame the child. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Yes, thank you so much, Darian Escoti. Thank you so much, Darian Escoti, with our health tip right here on 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Let's bring you the review of the local dailies. What's making news from the print media this morning? Okay, so welcome to the review of the local dealings. Just before that, let's just give you the update. There's an election in South Africa. The first results have been announced for what is seen as South Africa's most closely fought election since the National Congress came to power 30 years ago, with results just coming of 11% voting districts counted so far. The African National Congress, that's ANC, is leading with 43%. Wow. Followed by the DA with 26%. That tells you that former President Jacob Zuma on with just 88% of the vote. Final result I expect over the weekend. So the ANC is heading. Remember, we have some delegates from my elections commission have traveled to South Africa to form part of observers in South Africa. I'll bring you more details in our subsequent news on Newsday at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Let's bring you the review of the local daily, starting up with from the New Republic. Good morning to all of our viewers on Facebook, those of you watching. Um, we're now displaying the paper as part of our new development. Yes, so look on the front page of the New Republic. Those of you watching live, yes, Alfonso Tour is managing editor. The front page of the New Republic. What it says, tension at CBL. Yes, the Central Bank of Liberia. Well, the New Republic captures the governor, Aloysius Talu, Deputy Governor Niamani Pearson on the front page, Governor Tanu and Deputy in Word of Voice. Deep thing happenings at the Central Bank. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story. Still on the front page of the New Republic, Boyka Constitute Committee on Rights. I'm seeing President Joseph Yuba Boyka. His four hairs look so shiny. Yes, yes. The president's captured on the front page of the New Republic. Still on the front page, I have made no decision to withdraw from the NPP. Who is saying this? This is former Vice President Joel Howard Taylor. Well, says I've made no decision to withdraw for the National Patriotic Party. Joel Howard Taylor. Let's go to the back page. What the back page has? EPS Prof former VP Taylor is tagged. Says there was no attack on the former vice president who is saying the truth. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story. VP lost Asilo Mental 1.7 billion. Phase 2 expansion. It's a sub-lead story on the back page of the New Republic. So you can grab a copy and read the rest of the story this morning.
Yes, let's go for the Daily Observer. The Daily Observer newspaper is next. The front page of the Daily Observer newspaper, African Development Bank mobilizing billions for Liberty Corridor, a cornerstone for the bank's success. You see on the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper there, captured that lead story, and the sub-lead story said JFK Hospital received huge medical supplies. You can see also there no evidence of attack on VP Taylor, says EPS. The former vice president is captured also on the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper. More evidence emerges. FDA permitted illegal timber export.
Okay.
There's a big story. I'm seeing the managing director of the FDA, Rudolph Mera, on the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper. Let's go to the back page. The back page of the Daily Observer newspaper. Bombing USA identifies with LMP, makes massive donation of footwear to police force. Where I'm seeing police officers here receiving this donation from the Bombing USA citizens. Again, that's the Independent National Commission on Human Rights Commissioner Fambule to face sexual assault trial. Wow, the commissioner as Monrovia City Court denies motion for dismissal. So the commissioner will be going to Criminal Code E now to face trial for sexual assault. That's it for the Daily Observer.
Yes, let's move on to the Independent. Yes, we are doing justice to our online viewer. Those of you watching online, you're seeing the headlines for yourself. The front page from the Independent, you have to check it out. Yes, Richard says not getting there. The Independent, yes. On the newsstand for $40 Liberian. I'm trying to get a quick adjustment quickly, and we'll find out what's making news from the Independent. Marka, you can go to the next stop since Richard will have
Yes,
to
so
do.
let's take the hot pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take the hot pepper newspaper. On the front page of the hot pepper newspaper, from audit to action, President Boaka urged to appoint a qualified independent CBL governor. Yeah.
Mm. CBO.
From audit to action, President Boaka urged to appoint a qualified independent CBL governor. Well, the president is captured on the front page of the hot pepper newspaper, like in a signing ceremony. In the back there is the photograph of the executive governor of the Central Bank of Liberia, Luscious Talu. The sub-lead story on the front page of the hot pepper newspaper: no evidence to prove that VP Taylor was attacked. EPS preliminary investigation claims. Well, that's it. Let's go to the back page. The back page is reporting shortage of medical drugs at JFK. The entire JFK facility is photographed on the back page of the hot pepper newspaper. Shortage of medical drugs at JFK is the lead story on the back page of the hot pepper newspaper. Another story: VP Kun lands law accelerators 1.7 billion phase 2 expansion. Well, that's the vice president of the republic, Jeremiah Kun, praising that initiative. And again, another story: President Boaka sets up committee on rice, like we indicated also in the news this morning. So that's it for the paper.
Yes, let's move on to the Independent. It's already now the front page of the Independent. Those of you watching online, just rejects Joel's vehicle attack claim. Says what? Says no evidence. Well, the former vice president is captured here on the front page of the Independent. EPS rejects Joel vehicle attack claim. Says no evidence. Grab a copy of the Independent and read the rest of the story. Still on the front page of from the Independent this morning, it says Sierra Leone Liberia VPs brainstorm on war against malnutrition. It's a sub story. I'm seeing the vice president of Liberia, JKK. Let's go to the back page. Well, the back page have the back page of from the Independent to ensure compliance, efficiency, and transparency. He executes his statutory mandate. Well, says Director General Arthur Massacre. Well, it's captured here on the back page. Grab a copy of the Independent and read the rest of the story. It calls for transparency and accountability amount. Government adult procurement system. This talks about the Public Procurement Concessions Commission, the PPCC. Yes, so ends the review from the Independent newspaper this morning.
Yeah, so this one will not be displayed. Yeah,
it just coming in.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's do the analyst newspaper. The lead story on the front page: CDC puts on militant opposition regalia, grills UP on multiple governance front, says Boakai derailing democratic gains. That's a story there on the front page of the analyst newspaper. Stay on the front page. Boaka opts for tourism group appointing ambassador at large. Christopher Hayes on Anunga is captured on the front page of the analyst newspaper. SOE is critical for economic growth. World Bank manager calls for robust governance mechanisms is another story. Let us go to the back page of the analyst newspaper. Selective dismissals at national legislature is a question mark. NDC alarms rise House Speaker Kofa and CSA boss. So get a copy of the paper and read details. VP Kun logs accelerators 1.7 billion phase 2 expansion highlights job creation potential. FOOP cohort application open other group accelerator is another story. Illegal miners exploiting Maryland communities. Well, that's another story there in the analyst newspaper.
Yes, so lastly this morning is the Inquirer. Yes, the Inquirer newspaper this morning. Let's one of what's making the front page as glorious cuts, others languish at South Beach, family meets Attorney General. It's a major story on the front page of the Inquirer. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story. Involve local leaders in wide sectors. Decisions. Deputy Speaker Fala urges stakeholders. Let's see if we can go to the back page. What the back page? The back page of the Inquirer newspaper. The back page, yeah. If I go through it quickly, where is that? No wax mathematics. What's today?
Yes.
Go back. No wax mathematics test today. Why? At high-level meetings in Sierra Leone. Because of a meeting in Sierra Leone, the 12th graders would not have mathematics exam to be administered on today. Liberia, China strengthening health cooperation. It's a sub-lead story on the back page of the Inquirer newspaper. Yes, you can grab a copy of this paper on the newsstand for just $40 Liberian dollars. Thank you so much. Thanks to all of the editors. I didn't see front page this morning. I didn't see the women voices.
Yes.
What happened?
Yeah. She was
yes.
She was
sleeping. Yes, well, again, want to say good morning. Welcome to the True Breakfast Show. We just have 15 minutes to run over our talking points. Again, the show is sponsored by Orange Liberia's the biggest GSM company. Day by day, Orange is expanding with new sites across the country. The last time was in Nimba, now it's Kidmount County. So we want to say to those of you in Grand Crew, in Maryland, Orange is expanding day by day. And Echo Bank, first of its kind, for a credit card to be introduced in Liberia. The whole country, it's something new for our country. I want to encourage you to listen at 9:15 this morning. The team from Echo Bank Liberia will be here with us. Credit card is now available in Liberia, first of its kind. Credit cards. No bank besides Echo Bank, the Pan African Bank. Echo Bank have officially brought in the credit card. Go and get your credit card now. Get to any Echo Bank branch across the country, and trust me, you have a very smooth transaction getting the credit card. Do you know what the credit card is? Yes. So if you want to know what is the credit card, listen at 9:15 this morning. The team from Echo Bank will be here to tell you more about the credit card, the Pan African Bank.
Exactly, that's a good initiative so far. So when the team gets here at 9:15 to 10 o'clock, you will learn more about that initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if you are dressed up this morning, 12 graders thinking about going to write your math test this morning, please just stay home. The National Office of WAEC just announced late last night that the math test has been postponed. So you can go about practice some more.
Okay. Yeah,
So
no test.
Yeah, you have time to practice some more.
Okay.
No test today for WAS. So please, yes, so just stay home and practice some more.
See my man, I can't agree. What's up, my man? Levy government, live after government. Anyway, good morning again. This
The man with the green machine.
yeah, the green machine, man. He said Waka brought in the yellow machine, but I'm here with the green machine. Yeah. Yes, no more protests again. Anyway, yes, let's move on. The GAC is the talk of the time. Now, if you go into Central Bank of Liberia, the CBL is a little bit of internal conflict within CBL fight. The little wars of war between the governor is no secret. A bulk of the newspaper carrying as a major headline this morning. A deep thing is happening just ahead of the audit report from the GAC. On tomorrow, the General Auditing Commission has promised Liberians that
I blame the GSC for
the draft report.
Yes, for what's happening. They put the G's outside there.
Yeah.
If the report had just come in full, but a different thing.
Yeah. So the draft came out from the GSC report, and that's just a draft. 750K was paid on the AFL and the armed forces.
So I think in audit that is what actually done. When the audit is done, you have to send it back to those who you are, so that they can look at it and respond to some of the claims that you are making. Yes, and then their response will be included now in a full
official.
Yes, that's how it is.
So what is happening now at the CBL? Who's to blame? Who was in control?
The over 700K?
Yeah, the 750K.
Okay.
Yeah, 730,000.
Yeah.
Yes, let's get the figure correctly.
Yeah.
So the GSC promised on tomorrow. Librarians, on Gaswa Jackson. Anthony Jackson had promised Librarians the report will be out on tomorrow, the CBL. So the deputy is saying, no, I was not in control. I was not in charge. I was not in charge of the CBL. Talu is saying to no. Because the LNCC2 is just bouncing, washing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so when Petra left, Nimadi was
That's where the thing started from. Now,
okay.
after Nathaniel Petrie had
Mhm.
said goodbye to the Central Bank of
Mhm.
Liberia, who was in charge?
Okay.
Yes. So for me, I just want to say, let me just wait for the report.
Let's wait for the report.
Let's wait for the
It's
report.
very appropriate to
Yeah,
wait
let's wait for the report. And so, what are we hearing? The GSU will also have a full comprehensive audit at the National Road Funds. There were some backdated documents within the road fund. So, I mean, you have not slipped out to the public if I care to share this with you.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not auditors, but we're members of the full, we're gatekeepers of the society. That's why when you're addressing us, you say you're a member of the full estate. Yes, that's what we are. So the GSC also, that's why I said the last time the UG forgot. Stop talking too much at LBS there. If you have issues past administration, call for what? Call for a general audit, right? Call auditor, let auditor go through and see back and forth. So the GSC is supposed to audit the national road funds. And we have of us in our possession. Some of these deals didn't go through the PPCC. Some of them were backdated. The National Road Fund, let me just inform you all, those of you at the Road Fund, there'll be a major audit, and this has also claimed the attention of the president, my president, our president, Joseph. If you listen up to the radio, I'm giving you first-hand information. There'll be a major audit coming soon at the National Road Fund. And you are control, those of you in charge, whether it's at the PPCC, don't backdate any document because most of this information are going to public. Some of them will have documents, who have, some of them are signed. Roger Johnson, the head of the PPCC, signing. Went to what's her name? Josita Nuvia went to. So don't backdate because if the auditors come and see, well, if you sign this deal with Blanco, for example, this company called Blanco, you signed this deal on August 18, and why it was still going through, I mean, the vetting process at the PPCC, the contract was awarded. 60% of that contract was paid already. All of that documents we already have in our possession. And these are things, when the auditors come, I mean, they'll call for a full comprehensive audit. So please, hold on. And this have reached out to our president. Joseph Marka, I've heard a lot of things happening at the National Road Fund. So, again, to move on, the CBA audit report will be released on tomorrow. Then the GSC will conduct a full audit at the CBL. So what is happening now with Yemane PSN and that of Melosius Talu? Both of you have worked together for more than 3 years now, since Nat Petrie said goodbye. Documents don't lie. Records don't lie. If you have affixed your signature to documents, and some of you, I'm sorry to say, there are some of you doing public relations now. You see the other network will carry headline for you back and forth. We are viewing it. We're using our tail to see what is happening at the CBL there. So it is the report that will tell us, well, it was during the time of Nat Patriot, this money was, given out. Or Aloysius Talu, yes, you took over as head of the CBL. Yes, this money was signed for all. Yemane PSC, you are in control. So who tell us? Only the report from the audit, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, a lot of things happening. Yes, let's see if we can get a few calls up, Marka.
Yeah, so
while we're with our calls, Richmond Anderson, stop this. He's continuing to send us.
There's a couple of texts calls this morning 0770-202579. This is the TBS on Truth 96 from 1FM, the Thursday edition of the show. Let's take Harper Kid, someone who is trying to take David's job, but David is very strong. He just got is.
I will beat David when I'm ready because they are putting my legal team together.
Okay.
Let's just leave that. So, Marka, when someone took over, they said there are some protocol at the central bank, but they said we will push this protocol at the central bank to accommodate the president's protocol. So that president need to be brought on board. So
yes, I remember that statement was made by the former executive governor Nathaniel Petrie. Yes, yes, I
So,
remember.
all of them, they will be, I mean, like somebody said, Satan doesn't lie. It's dead. Document are dead.
Say on news. Don't say somebody say I've just said. Say on news say signature. Once it's on the document, it won't lie. Uh-huh.
It should not be cool. It should not be genuine. Whatever was done in that will be brought to light. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you for joining us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning to all you. Thank you, both of you.
Mm,
Careful, and I call around to your plan in the
go ahead.
and especially I like the power will be today or marketing.
Okay.
My concern has to do with the issue of the audit done by when people take public positions, they see their personal feelings into public service. That should not be the case. If you are selected to serve in a political position, I think you should do it in a
I think we should allow the full we should allow the full audit report to come up before we pass any
Yeah.
conclusion or
That's
any
why
judgment on it.
we're not
Yeah.
concluding.
I know the full audit for the preliminary report we are seeing, I think it is damaging.
Okay.
Right? So I want to encourage the GC to lead for that. No interference to an independent job that is paid, relevant people, and those who are involved.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm White. James White.
Okay, thanks for joining.
From Rocky.
Okay.
Okay. Rebels Field.
Okay. So, brother, I'm very frustrated with the news I heard for the 12th later.
Oh, okay. The postponement of the mathematics.
Okay. So let me see if I can try and speak with the head of WIAC.
Okay. Yeah. When I read the circular from from WIAC office, they said it was due to, I don't know, circumstances beyond their control and something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay, we hear you frustrated. Let's be able we can have that bottle.
so we have the head of WIAC. We have the head of WIAC.
Please.
Yeah, just one on the line. I think the head of WIAC Liberia, Mr. Dab Bottle, is live on the line. Good morning to you, Mr. Bottle. This is the True Breakfast Show. Good morning.
Good morning. And the listeners this morning on this platform.
Okay, so as head of WIAC Liberia, we are constrained to call you, and there are too many concerns. Was the actual information of the mathematics exam been postponed on today or not given today?
Okay, so the mathematics exam it's shortly to be rescheduled by class 8.
It's not Liberia alone.
I know, not alone.
Any specific reason?
But yes, there are so many challenges. As we speak, the test is not in the control pool yet. So you get some people who show up the test and they people another assessment.
Okay. Is there a problem to blame us as a country because some parents are concerned they are posting the blame on WIAC, or it's a regional thing? Other countries are affected.
So the regional thing is that's the thing that you can blame. You can exclusively put at the feet of one person or one country. Like I said, it's affecting popular bread. So the FM today this money will only affect our headquarters. Then the new gate will be agreed upon and then we'll communicate to
Okay, so what happens tomorrow? The remaining of the other tests, are they in country or?
So the only financial happen for tomorrow test is that we can go receive in countries so we can start the distribution in the market today.
Would there be exam tomorrow on Friday, or would there be?
the distribution. Now I will have to do it. So we're cutting the distribution today. So what you want for that to have the distributed to the country today. So that's going to be the tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Boto. Yes, thank you for the clarity. Yes, the head of WAG Liberia, Die Boto. Yes, I guess just
Says
coming.
Dale Bottle.
Dale?
Dale, yeah.
Dale? Say I got die.
Dale.
Yeah, dining. But anyway, it's a regional. It's not Liberia alone. The test is not. You can squarely place the blame on WAG. Yeah, so that's what we understand. The test was it would not be a minister, then yes. So, but let's take just one more call. Our guest, I think we are covered. Yeah.
This call is
Police number.
Yeah, they 1116. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka, and O'Neill. Let me say thank you this morning. This is Kitashi Garland Termin at phone from Tupoto. Marka, I think from what I'm sensing, the GSC and the LCC, I think the entire asset recovery team, probably Mr. President, if you just drop this asset recovery team aside, trusting the GSC and the LCC, because from what I'm seeing, I think these two institutions can help Liberia to really recover, especially when it comes to their own discipline in terms of financial security and reporting the actual fact. You see what is happening now? 2% making plan already. Just the GSC report. So empower the GSC, empower the LACC, get the entire asset recovery team outside, Mr. President. Thank you this morning.
Okay. Thank you. Let me do justice to Emmett because he was on the line when. Good morning.
Good morning, Mark. My name is Emmett Howard. I'm calling from Bureau Educational City this morning. This morning I'm actually frustrated.
Since you move in the bureau, you always have Echo 9 in the background.
The best upgrading. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You'll not be expected to your own economy.
But today, this challenge they don't want to play, don't wait for this. And today they had a really good thing, they had a really start into the future. Today, instead of telling us actually getting out of nothing about it, it's over and for the people. But today, people who are around who want to play whatever is not done. And I was thinking, of course, all that, but I don't know what. You put out the running and put out the people. Because nothing for Kosovo is very good appointment. So my question is another thing for America is give
Okay, thank you, Emmett.
I made a complaint about the superintendent already.
Well, I think he's saying that because when the president made a first appointment, there were people agitating, protesting, all of that. He said that the people should not be doing that. The president has the right to make his decision.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
You don't know it all. Yes, so let's bring on our guest this morning. This is the Breakfast Show. We are Kappa and team. NANSAPA. Yes, organization in Liberia exclusively focusing on public safety in our country. 9:15 don't go away. The first bank to introduce the credit card, Echo Bank team will be at 9:15 this morning. Yes, this link coming. Good morning to you. We are good morning. Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Oh, great. Good morning, O'Neill and Marka. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Let's do it. How many presidents in there? 3. Let's do a round table. Ladies and gentlemen, right?
Right.
Yeah, let's start off. Lady, just introduce yourself. Go ahead.
My name is Nelly Porrington, National Coordinator for Primary Education at NASAPA.
Okay.
We are Kappa, the Chief Executive Officer for Public Service and Institutional Development, NASAPA.
Okay.
My name is Ziggy Nyapa, National Coordinator of the Alliance of Backups into Education.
Okay. That is great. Welcome to all of you, and feel free. This is Truth FM, the Truth Breakfast Show, and we are great to have you this morning.
Thank you.
Okay. So, what is this NASAPA? Someone is listening up to the radio, and I would like to know: is it NASAPA? What is that?
Okay, let me as a CEO, let me take the kickoff. But before I do that, may I say thank you so much. I've come to this beautiful studio over and over, and what I see here this morning is so sweet. Okay. It means you've done a lot of transformation and all that. But thank you. Okay, so NASAPA is a national safety partnership of Liberia. NASAPA for short. It's an organization started far back, from a dream of an individual called Philip Woos.
Okay.
Mr. Woos started NASAPA, not immediately NASAPA, but first a business called Wojes,
Mhm.
the Woos General Services. Then it became necessary to start NASAPA, especially when the use of motorcycle started. First as a recreational thing,
Mhm.
then as fun fair, then it became commercial, then became rampant in terms of use.
Mhm.
Then uh, all said and done, motorcycles and their riders started to be, I should say, demonized. Oh, they can inject bags. Oh, they can inject this. So we thought, now Philip Woods actually thought the need to inculcate, motorbike safety in his Woods General Services
Mhm.
as a safety measure. He thought of that, and then around 2013, NASAPA was established. So since then, NASAPA has been functioning. It's part of our day-to-day activity when
Your
it comes
major
to.
scope of operation, someone is listening up to you, or maybe I say your primary focus. You care to highlight?
Right. Primary focus is only don't forget, everywhere we go, whatever we do as a people, we do with safety at the back of our heads, all right, at the back of our minds. So even where we are in this beautiful studio,
Mhm.
all the questions of safety is also on your mind as
Safety.
a reporter here.
Okay.
And so,
Mhm.
with emphasis,
Mhm.
we are now into road safety as well. Okay, because road safety is an element of public safety. If you
Okay.
have perfect roads where you have traffic lights, you have road markings, you have all the indications to determine the presence of ramps.
But for road safety,
Yeah,
I saw you coming just like a police officer with that safety
yeah,
jacket
that's
on
right.
you, like your traffic officer.
That's to
Mhm.
say that that's what we do, and everywhere I go, I'm going to appear in this way because we are into safety issues.
Great. So, Nelly is primary education. Yes, let's look at your major scope of action within this organization.
This program is organized to teach elementary kids on public safety, but
Mhm.
mostly to teach them concerning the police officer.
Mhm.
Yes, and it's named after the late Carol Oppenheimer. She's a veteran in America by the name of Charles Oppenheimer in with it.
Okay.
So this program was brought to NASAPA to help educate our children in Liberia on safety.
How do you go about doing that?
Well, we go about actually this program is just for one man, Mr. Philip Ipus, who have been sponsoring this. We go to schools, we
Mm.
talk with the administration, and we'll be able to teach children on the police officer and their rules.
Okay. Is it a periodic thing from one school to another? Is that how it is done?
We want for all Liberian kids to know police officer in the road that police officers are not bad people. They should know about public safety. They should know about traffic safety, the rules in the traffic and the traffic marks. So
Okay.
this program has been going on since 16 years ago. We
Wow.
have been to schools in Liberia and we want to go to more schools in other counties. So now we are asking the government, we are asking good citizens up there to help sponsor this program because we want our children to learn at an early age.
Okay. You want to just say for a minute some of the impact this program is making?
Okay, so if I may add,
Mhm.
to the question will come.
Yeah.
Um, Not to her now, I mean, that's specifically her department, and she knows more
Yeah.
about that.
Mm.
But in terms of NASAPA, over the period of, the week of 20th to 26th of May,
Mhm.
National Safety Partnership Liberia was part and parcel of an international, organization called the Alliance of NGOs for Road Safety. We are one of the pioneering organizations in Liberia that have become members of that alliance. So the alliance between the 20th and 26th was into some advocacy for improved road conditions and use and all that.
Okay.
So we participated and had a whole week of activities. I mean, as we move on, we'll enlighten the public about what we've done over the week.
Okay. So let's go to
I am Ziki Yapa,
yeah.
as I said earlier, national coordinator of the Alliance of Backups in Poor Education. This organization, we adopted it from America,
Okay.
is aimed at protecting riders, advocating for them, and also educating them. We want for all our motorcyclists to be law abiding. They should do away with violence. Violence is not the answer to everything or to our problems. So we have embarked on carry on awareness to teach them about safety and also to teach them about traffic rules and regulations so that as they are riding their bike, they will do the right thing. And also to erase people notion concerning them that they are bad people. We as motorcyclists, we are human like you. That's why we are riding bike. We are contributing immensely to the growth and development of this country. So we should be treated as you or as all other sectors. People should not just look out to bad people. So that's why the organization came. But this organization started with a similar thing now we are going through in Liberia, like discrimination or restricting us. What happened in America, that's the time the organization came about in the 1970s. And they have improved, they have covered all the states in America advocating for the right of motorcyclists to be respected in their society. So we thought it was to bring it to Liberia to do the same so our people could respect our motorcyclists. So they themselves will be protected in society and do the right thing. Thank you.
To what extent have you been engaging the cyclists? They
Okay,
have their
so
unions, the federations, and all of that.
we began the observance of our advocacy and what we call we began our activities with a press conference on the 17th,
Okay.
where we created the awareness that the week was beginning, and that press conference also part of the nature of that press conference was to dedicate our conference room at our headquarters on the Abital Road. And that conference room was named the T. Mobile Keseli conference room. Okay, T. Mobile Keseli was one of our Simple English news broadcasters at the LBS. He passed away, but before he passed, he was a very ardent supporter, a great strength in terms of area of materials, NASAPA materials of public safety. So now he's gone. We thought to memorialize him. So that was the 17th. Then came the 19th. It was Sunday. 17th was Friday. 18 years we rested then. On the 19th was a great church service at the Echo Baptist Church, the church of President Boakai. And happily for us, we were the guests of honor. Nasapa was a guest of honor. Some special prayer was offered for us for the work we do. The head of state of this country was there, and we had the opportunity to say something. And then we used the time to urge the government to take deliberate actions to improve road safety in our country, and then to give support to institutions that are helping, buttressing government effort to show we got road safety everywhere across the country. The president was there. Then on the 20th, we had Nelly. She will talk about the 20th program. Nelly.
Yes, well, at the JCN High School, things virtual what we taught on public safety to the kids, and we carry popcorn, we share after the presentation. We have fun. We had a convo game there. We taught them the rules and obedience to the police officers. So it was great. We are out there teaching children, and we want to carry this program to other counties, all in Liberia. We want for all Liberian children to know about the rules and duties of the police officer. Let them know that the police officers are their friends. Let them respect and obey traffic rules. So on the 20th, we were there at the JCN Harvard School teaching our kids.
Okay.
So also was the 21st, 21. People say 21, but the 21st. On the 21st, we had a chance of doing a road show. And Ziki's department was the crux of the day.
Yeah, yes, we were at the ELWA junction where we talked to our motorcyclists concerning being law-abiding.
Okay.
They should be respected of the law. They should respect the law. Whenever they are offended, they should go to the law to see to it. They should not take the law into their own hands. Because if they are taught what to do, definitely if they feel somehow offended, they will know the right thing to do. They will not just go on the street and misbehave. That what happened in the time past, where a truck driver and a motorcyclist collided and the motorcyclist died on the scene. The motorcyclist, instead of going to the law to seek redress, they went and burned the truck. I believe if they have been taught the right thing to do when they come across similar situation like that, they wouldn't have gotten into problem. But they wanted to burn the truck and every one of them were arrested and they were sent to prison. So we are talking to them, let them respect the law, let them obey traffic rules, let them respect everybody, let them behave in an orderly manner so that people will respect them. Because if we not respect ourselves, people will not respect us. So we have to present ourselves in a better way so that the general public will get respect for us. So we talk to them and we will be opening our school. In time, we have a school that will train the motorcyclists so that we will always do the right thing. Thank you.
Okay, so in continuation of counting back on the things we did over the week of 20 to 26. So on the 22nd, which was the Wednesday, we had a round table with media managers. We had extended invitations to all media managers across this beautiful country, and we had them come. And that event was held at the Corona Hotel. Ambassadors were there, government officials were there, all talking about public safety specifically. And we had the opportunity of hearing their thoughts, what could be done so that we show safety for all of us, including road safety specifically.
Okay.
Then on Thursday of the week, we petitioned the legislature, and we're happy, really, to see Honorable Muka Kamara, District Number 14 representative, who's the chairman on claims and petition, come down from his office to receive the petition from us. And in that petition, we asked for many things, including ensuring that a police officer should be paid a minimum of $500 US. An equivalent in Liberian dollars is $100,000 per month. And then that there should be a law that makes us with the ordinary people, to have the right to photograph a police officer who's misbehaving while on duty. And on the other hand, that a police officer carry body camera so that camera determines what exactly he or she is doing on duty, receiving bribe, abusing power, abusing authority, all sorts of things. Because it is body camera and the camera of an ordinary citizen that brought the issue of George Floyd. The people who killed George Floyd 9 minutes in the United States, held his neck with a police officer using a knee on George's neck 9 minutes. Police were denying it during the trial. They were not telling the truth. Excuse me. They were not telling the truth until an ordinary person, a young American citizen, display their camera. It's from the ordinary camera of the citizen that found the police guilty. Today, that police officer is in jail. So yes, but what actually informed our work that led us to this particular petition is the fact that a survey was done between 2007 and 2010. In those 3 years, survey was done and found that our driving school, our driving, environment and culture actually not structured to the extent that people have, different schools got their own curriculum, to the extent that people are given permits to drive without having gone to driving school, to the extent that our drivers actually don't know the rules, the signs, and everything. We believe in that survey, we found out that these things were lacking. And because they were lacking, NASAPA made it a point to begin to, propagate them over and over. So we incorporated all that in our
Petition.
petition.
Okay.
Then that was on Thursday, right? On Friday, that same petition in fact was delivered to the embassy of the United States here in Liberia. Then on Friday, we had the opportunity of worshiping with the 72nd Mosque on the SKD Boulevard.
Okay.
And it was a good day. It's one of the memorable days that I can remember, that entering a mosque and sitting and talking. Yeah, so we did that, and we'll continue to do that. By the way, that week is going to be part of our yearly thing. Every 20th to the 26th in May, we purpose to make it such a memorable week of activities.
You want to call it
So, yeah.
Safety Week?
Then Saturday we had
Public
games.
Safety Week?
Our NASAPA women encountered a kickball encounter with ladies. Now you want to talk about that. I mean, you were the MVP.
Yeah, Saturday we had a game at the Pins Facebook page,
Mm.
but we won our game 8-5.
Okay.
It was just an activities throughout the week. So back to my thing is about children, like knowing the police officer, because the police officer play more role in the country. So for our kids to know their roles and to obey the rule, this is our mission. This is SPACOM for Education mission to teach children. And we want to extend this program everywhere in Liberia, that all counties, all the children in all the other counties will be able to learn and understand the police officers. Now we are asking people up there, we are asking government, we are asking the sponsor, we are asking good citizens to help sponsor this program. Our
So I
children
was
need to
just
know
about to ask because
that police officers are their friends. Police are not bad people. Let them respect the officers. Thank you.
yeah, I was just about to ask because
So, as part of our activities, during the last year, 2020, presidential and general elections, we conducted photo civil education awareness during the registration exercise, and also before the election, we also conducted an awareness concerning violent-free election. Because of our awareness, this no election, we never heard of any motorcycle involved into violence. So we want to continue this. We want for them to continue by doing law abiding, so that our country all can enjoy our country. It's the only country we have anywhere to go. We will not be deported from here as Nigerians. So we are encouraging every motorcyclist, teaching them to do the right thing. And also, we are asking the government to keep us with care.
okay.
Like the restriction that is ongoing.
Mhm.
What I thought the government should have done before restricting the motorcyclists is to conduct training for them. Road safety training or traffic law training, so that they know how to ride on the environment. But if you say they should wear the helmet without the training, I think it's almost the same thing. Because if somebody wear a helmet and go on a truck or recklessly, it will also cause harm for the public. So the government should have conducted training before giving the people or telling them to wear the helmet. Then again, they should have provided a particular helmet, one color helmet, and one color vest, or particularly have the coding system where every rider will have their information on their vest, where they run, their name, and everything. So that God forbid, in case of anything, people will know how to identify that particular individual, whether they cause problem or they fall into problem.
Okay.
You cannot public police will know how to have that person arrested or deal with the issue. But if you just say anybody should just go on the street or in the store to buy their own vest or own helmet, how will you distinguish the riders? How will you identify them? So they should at least form some level of uniformity by if you are from Pinsville, you get one color of vest, one color of helmet with your information on it, like the way it is done in Guinea and other countries. So we are advocating for this. The training of our motorcycle is very important. Many
Yeah.
of them
So
because they do not know what to do. But when they are taught the right thing to do, I believe, then we are going somewhere. We respect the law and the public will get respect for them.
okay. Yeah. So as we take some calls this morning, I mean, what do you get support from to do all of these programs that you're running?
Okay, let me quickly say that, and that's a very brilliant question, Marka. Certainly, support has been coming from one source, and that source has been and still is Mr. Philip E.P. Woos, the vision bearer of all that we do here.
One person supporting the whole thing.
One person, 15, 16 years now. So we are not shying away from asking for support at this point. We need all the intervention simply because the service NASAPA provides. Imagine now we have 7 programs, 7 different programs. Nelly just mentioned of her primary education. Mr. Yapa just mentioned about his, working, yeah, EBIT, exactly. And we have what we call the accident scene management. This is another thing in Liberia that is not practiced. Do you know that all of us in the studio, whether we are medical people or not, we ought to know how to manage accident scenes.
Okay.
So that training, we have that department. There's a person who's overseeing that. Another department we have is the Operation Save a Life, and that's a preventive part. We are supposed to be aware of things that will help prevent accidents. Okay. So we have those departments, and those departments must be funded, right? Which is why we openly ask for public support at this point. And we need everybody. Please help us do this call, because when there's a public safety, what happens is that it brings investors to the country. People come to Liberia. Oh, in fact, let me quickly say that yesterday evening I was, on my way back from work going home. I saw this work going on at the Tupo Road Junction, and they were planting traffic lights. And I said, my God, I have not seen this several years down the road now.
You think angle session is necessary for traffic lights? You saw the huge
Well,
traffic, right?
I would not certainly, judge whether necessary or not. But the fact that they are doing it, I think fine. Because we in road safety, those things are necessary to have: traffic lights, road markings, reflectors. We all need those things. Yeah. So now they are there, and I hope they work and work perfectly well.
Okay.
Another thing that we look forward to is decentralization of, Mr. Yapa mentioned it, decentralization of our transport service or services. Let the government open up, put out bid for individuals to bid for different kinds of transport services, parking lots, car wash, doing the road markings, ensuring that people adhere to all the rules and regulations of traffic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that's take few calls.
And so forth and so forth.
Okay, 0702025579. Just a couple of calls. Yes, we're talking about
NASAPA.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to Olio and your still guest. Thank you for the discussion this morning. I just want to appreciate them for the opportunities. Firstly, my name is N. Patrick Bellawo. I'm kind of baffled with this issue of people just coming from anywhere and getting on the road with motorbike. Can there be an opportunity where they will establish an institution for ones to go there and learn how to ride motorbike and all of these rules of the traffic be taught there? So if that be the case, I think you're going to help us and move forward as a country. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Patrick. Let me take this one. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to your guests. This is one of the I joined this conversation from District 6. NASAPA doing my best job.
Thank you.
And what I just want to encourage you is to be able to stick to to your objective, especially listening to your explanation that is key. But I think in your expose, you have or you are making a statement. And if I may consider that I know why the motorcyclists are not into consideration or acceptance of the Liberia National Police. And I think is the Liberia National Police also accepting the motorcycle? I think that should be another critical question. Consideration the process leading to the implementation of it, because there were a lot of things in terms of training, in terms of time frame, everything was done, but we just saw an impromptu enforcement and telling the guy to go and go get them, go and go get the lesson. I think in my mind, the Ministry of Transport give a lesson to a driver, there must be a test, to assure, to prove to that ministry, oh yes, this person is a driver. He just telling the motorbike rider to just go and go get the issue, the idea of saving the issue of safety, or just to get them questions, the ministry of transport and the national police.
Okay, Tozia, thank you. Good morning. Morning.
Good morning to Marka. I think the voice of Akui voice in Marka, I'm listening to you. From the explanation, I think these people mean well for this country.
Thank you.
On the other hand, Marka, one of our motorcyclists, so that they can live with these people, because bulk of the regulations we talk about every day, Marka, is in the best interest of our cyclists. Because as a cyclist, the first and foremost thing, if you are not safe, that's when it means the passenger you are carrying is not also safe. So I think to bulk of these things the people are saying, even the regulations that is coming from the Liberia National Police, it's in the best interest of our cyclists. Let them hear to these things so that at least we can be able to control this issue of the many accidents in our country on the side of cyclists. So thank you guys, thank you, and I hope and pray you continue in this path. Thank you for having me, Marka.
Okay, thank you, Akoi. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to O'Neill and the studio guests. My name is William Collins. Joining this conversation from this community. Let me appreciate that so much. My question or concern is that these regulations coming from the police about motorcyclists acquiring driver license, that is class D or the light duty. And when you look at the license, they distinguish between the driver and their own license and what the driver are considered the duty they have their own license. But then in this case, between the motorcyclist and the driver, the police mandate the motorcyclist to acquire driver license. Most people the public are motorcyclists can acquire sit in your car and take going traffic. You can follow people right because different driving system, new system. The car is quite different from motorbike. And you are not only driving school and equal acquire driving license in the name of become motorbike only. And I've said that to the IG the other day on another picture is that Ministry of Transport to see how the motorcyclists can get their own lesson, but that enforcement will continue and the expiration for that lesson is 2 years. So people who acquire this would be able to do that. Bring in another system, get another lesson for cyclists, you will know it will be after 2 years before that point you can go and get that. But this is like so I beg you guys to bring one for the
Okay, thank you. Finally, good morning.
Good morning, Felix. Good morning, Uni Robert. My name is Fode Mohammed Kakwe, political gang, and I join your conversation from the headquarters of the Movement for Internet Exchange in Saratown.
Okay.
See, I even further appreciate the student games. The issue of motorcyclists obtaining license, I think is a good practice, but it's not the appropriate time. Like many of the callers said, there should be a system put in place for the motorcyclists to obtain a license. But I think the government just they already did this just to generate revenue. And in a condition of generating revenue, I think you should also do the right so that when the revenue is generated, the life of the people can be undangerous. But in my mind, there is no proper regulation put in place. The last time I was actually on the ELBC show on the issue of this license and insurance. He give information that we get sued himself and not like people. We have to be sincere to the people. You can't be giving every duty license, light duty license, and the same license to the motorcyclists. They are necessary. Before you change the system, like one that in the color we just want to pick up, you cannot change the license for the motorcyclist when you are already giving some of them 2 years license of the license. You can do that.
Okay, we got you. Let's just take Bobby Odyssey as the last caller. Bobby, go ahead.
Since I got my private pipe and we have these issues.
You got your lesson now?
No, I'm running after it. The lesson that issue because in 3 months I had my reflector jacket and that my helmet.
Okay.
But the thing is, I remember when I started working with Sister Columbia talking to us to the first using a motorbike. I was sent to the Liberia National Police division. I even know the traffic rules. Since I went through the process, before I was operating to obtain a lesson. But now you're telling us or the motorcyclists to go and get a lesson. They may not know traffic rules, they may start training, nothing, they give you a lesson. But he can use that lesson or put the jump behind steering to cause trouble. So I think my people are making smaller mistakes they need to correct. They need to go back to the drawing table to ensure that before anybody get behind that bar to ride motorbike, you must go through the training, go to the police academy, learn how to ride the motorbike, know the traffic rules, all those things. Before you give them a lesson, but you ain't doing this, you go get a lesson, that's a free money making mistake. They need to go back to the drawing board.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, so you listen up to the callers. Let's hear from you
Right. So
in a space of 5 minutes,
yeah,
please.
thank you. So we like to thank the callers. They exactly have spoken to the things that we are about. The first caller was about encouraging us to set up the training school, which is already in making. That we're going to set up the first motorcycle training college in this republic. Paperwork is on, preparations are being done, and so with that in mind, our advocacy and call and partnership with government is that anybody who is to be issued a license must have already gone to some, training school, including ours, which is going to be the first um, because of the standard that we put to it. All right, with some support, of our partners overseas in the U.S., coming down to bring their professional trainers and their equipment and all that. Um, then we heard people calling for cyclists to follow the rules. Exactly. This is why we believe, you can only follow, for example, the rules of journalism, which beautifully the two of you practice in this beautiful company, because you got a training, right? So once you got a training as a rider, it helps you following the training to follow the rules, because within the training you were taught, what to do and what not to do. And so we believe the relaxation of what is happening now, all the restrictions should be relaxed until the young people who are riding can be trained. All right, once they got the training, they are giving some training. At the end of the day, you can issue them license, and then they will know exactly what they are doing. Uh, should put in place issue and license. Yeah, there should be a system. That system of the regime of how long the lesson will last in a person, whatever 2 years, the kind of lesson they carry that resembles a truck driver's license or resembles a taxi driver's license. That's not our own. But in terms of putting in place a system, the state is supposed to be very meticulous about this. All right, so that you have a distinction between a motorcycles license as opposed to a taxi license, as opposed to a truck driver heavy duty license. All right, all this will help, make our country look like a civilized country. There should be a safe culture. There should be standardization of everything we do in this land. That will help companies to come, and when companies come, jobs are created. It will even lead to all of us here as Liberian citizens taking up new, ventures in the transport service, and that brings jobs altogether, and taxes will increase going forward.
Yes, so let's do a roundtable parting comments. Let's start out with Sally. Yes.
Nelly thing.
Nelly, yes.
Okay, I want to extend our condolences to the Oppenhauer family, our sponsor who just passed away for the Popcorn for Education, Carol Oppenhauer in the United States. Today is her funeral, so we extend our condolences to her family. Now we are asking government, we are asking people up there to help. Our sponsor is dead now. We need to educate our children, like I said. Education is the key to success. Once our young generation learn at this early age, they'll be able to teach their own children. So I want to say thank you for hosting us. Thank you for all the callers, and to the Ministry of Education. We hope that you will come in to help us to the
I'm
government.
getting how you managing.
It's not easy.
Just go and sit in that office.
Yeah, it's not easy. But yeah, we are there to teach our kids.
Okay.
It's our passion.
Thank you very much. We are telling our motorcyclists to be law abiding. The more united we are, the better it will be for us. And the organization is now a motorcycle union. We are a neutral body, an NGO for the protection, advocacy, and training of motorcyclists. We are asking all well-meaning Liberians, international NGOs, government officials to come and join us in this fight. The more our country is safe, the more we enjoy our country. Thank you for hosting us. God bless you.
Okay. Yes, we are
So let me join my colleagues in thanking you for hosting us. I mean, this is a partnership that we started and we look forward to sustaining. Now that we have launched our organization, we will always come to you and call on you to join us, because public safety in everything matters. I said this again when we were in the church with the President Boakai, and I had a chance to speak. I stood up and said, Mr. President, I look in your church room here. The air is so sweet, the aroma is so sweet, but you see what is lacking here? You don't have fire extinguishers. And he was looking around like this. So all that I'm saying is that public safety matters, and so we are so pleased that we are with you today. And please propagate the fact that we need support, financial support. This is nothing to shy away from, okay? Because we have a lot of work to do. The colleague mentioned that there's a motorbike training school coming. We are non-governmental. We don't take money from any government persons. Any politics around motorbike riding and not riding, that's not our own. Our point is to make motorbike riders and the whole culture, part of our transport system. And so we thank you very much for having us.
Thank you, the voice of We Are Public Safety Institutional Development CEO, Nelly Pauline Dean, Coordinator Primary Education, of course, Ziki Yapa, Coordinator. Let's get a break. We'll come back. We'll bring on a team from Echo Bank Liberia coming up on a segment of
My name is Philip Kumako. I'm in charge of mobile applications for EcoBank. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the EcoBank Express account. Do you know you can open a bank account without having to go visit a bank branch? Do you also know that you can open a bank account without having to fill all the paperwork that is normally associated with opening a bank account? Yes, this is true. This is what the EcoBank Express account offers you. The EcoBank Express account is a digital account that is opened using just your mobile number. This account allows you access to a wide range of banking services that is available today. To open an EcoBank Express account, you have two options. The first option allows you to use a smartphone and the internet to open your Express account. To use this option, you need to visit the Google Play Store or the App Store to look for the EcoBank mobile app and install on your smart device. Once launched, click on the Get Started button. You'll be presented with options to use the app. Since you intend to open an Express account and you are not an existing EcoBank customer, click on No, I'm new to EcoBank. You will then be prompted to select the country in which you want to open the EcoBank Express account. For this test, we will select Ghana and then enter our mobile number. You'll be presented with
And this song's becoming one of my favorites. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang, bang. And so shall I bring on the Pan African Bank, Echo Bank, first of its kind, introducing the credit cards in Liberia. The first banking institution to introduce what we call the credit cards. And so if you listen up to the radio, I want you to follow this page on the Facebook. It's a youth initiative. Search on Facebook, White Hat. Yes, White Hat Initiative. Give you a like on Facebook. Yes. Give you a like. Yeah, it's white. It's WHITE. Yes. You all know how to spell the hat. White Hat Initiative. It's all about Children Foundation. Yes, give you a like on the social media. Those of you listening up, and let's give support to this organization, White Hat Initiative. Yes. Just do me a favor, give you a like on the Facebook. Yes. Bang, bang, bang. So shall I bring on the folks from Echo Bank, the first banking institution to introduce what we call the credit card, first of its kind. Shall on this radio. Okay. Welcome back. My name is O'Neill. Yes, I'm a fan of the song. Yes, it's still playing, in fact. Yes, welcome to the last segment of the Truth Breakfast Show, 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia, Truth FM, Nimban, 96.9 in Ban, 96.1 in Saclay, also relaying us in all affiliate stations. Listen up to the biggest breakfast show in Liberia. My name is O'Neill. Well, it's a privilege to have the Pan African Bank family with us, Echo Bank. Well, yes, the team with us this morning. Good morning to both of you. How you doing this morning? What's the feedback coming from? Uh, Great. So let's do a roundtable introduction. Yes, Ken is not screening to this microphone. Yes, let's do a roundtable. Yes, starting out with who?
Okay, let me start.
Yes.
So my name is Gibson Colley, and I'm the head of consumer banking, EcoBank Liberia.
Okay, hello to our audience. This is Kate Lawrence. I'm the head for personal banking, EcoBank Liberia.
How is Echo Bank?
EcoBank is fine.
I can't don't let him dominate you this morning.
We are fine. We are doing well.
Mhm.
Bank is doing extremely well.
Okay.
That's right. Well,
Okay.
last night
Was a big one.
was a big one.
Okay.
You were there.
Okay.
Your CEO was there.
Yeah, Lai was there. Let me just ask this. Let me just ask this. Maybe Kid can comment on you before going to this. Why is it music don't play in the banking house? Music don't play in the banking house. Is it that the money needs concentration or what?
Exactly. We are not there to play. We are not there to dance. We are not there to
Uh-huh.
jubilate. We are there to watch over depositors' money.
Mhm.
And so we can have music going on. We need to concentrate on that money and make sure that it goes into the right hands. So
Okay.
that's why we don't play music.
Music don't
We do
play
that
the.
at home.
That's a nice one. Great. Let's bring out this big one. On yesterday, Echo Bank for the first time, for the record's sake, the first bank to introduce what we call the credit card. Any of you can talk about it. Let's talk about it. The credit card.
Okay, so the credit card is a payment tool
Mhm.
that allows you to buy online, and it also allows you to withdraw money, and you do all that on credit.
Mhm.
It's not like money that you have, it is money that we give to you on
Mhm.
credit on a card, and then you use that, and we give you a time, a very long grace period that you are able to pay back that money. Once you pay, you are fine, you cool, you move on with
Mhm.
that card. And the credit card is a way of managing your funds as well. When you have money in your bag,
Mhm.
it's easy for you to abuse it.
Okay.
Sometimes you do impulse buying,
Mhm.
but then when you have money on the card, you know the money, it's not yours, it's money that you're going to pay. So you take your time how you spend it.
Mhm.
So the credit card is also a way of helping you monitor your spending.
Mhm.
Apart from that, the credit card is a way of showing your credit worthiness,
Okay.
because no bank will actually give you a credit card if you are not credible.
Okay.
So we give you that credit card in a way,
Mhm.
and we keep the credit card with you. And anywhere you go with the credit card, people look at you differently.
Mhm.
That means that, oh, this person has a bit of, is credit worthy
Mhm.
and can be trusted.
Okay. Let's go step by step. This is something new in our country. What is a credit card and how does it work?
Okay, so as I earlier said,
Mhm.
that the credit card is a payment, is a card
It's a card.
that we give to you, and then we put money on.
Mhm.
That is not actually your money, it's
Mhm.
like a loan,
Mhm.
it's a credit.
Mhm.
And so you use that money and then you pay back. You are able to buy online with that card.
Mhm.
You are able to also withdraw from that card.
The card.
Now, the EcoBank credit card is such that it's the card goes for 3 years,
Mhm.
and then but then the limit that we give you, it goes for 1 year. So after 1 year, you still renew because the card is still valid. The card goes for 3 years, and then
Mhm.
the limit goes for 1 year.
Mhm.
So you renew on a yearly basis. So
Okay.
that's all about the credit card.
What are the benefits? Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
We need to just
Mhm.
also buttress kit. The credit card is new, right? But
Mhm.
it's like customers who take overdrive in the bank. Overdrive in a bank taken by a customer is no different from the way the credit card works.
Okay.
The only difference there is that we give you more grace period on the credit card in terms of payment.
Mhm.
So you walk to the bank, you don't have money, you are a businessman, you need some money to trade in, and you ask the bank, can you give me some money to, invest in my business?
Mhm.
You got a loan, but this one
Mhm.
is an overdrive.
Okay.
So we give you a line. You don't have any money, but
Mhm.
based on your track record,
Okay.
we give you a line. Say, look, you know what? We can, based on what we've assessed on your account,
Mhm.
your cash flow and things like that, we can give you maybe 10,000. In this case, it's going to be your salary, right?
Okay.
And then out of that 10,000,
On a credit card. Mhm.
so out of that 10,000, you have, access to use that 10,000 I think if you need cash, you have access to cash.
Mm-hmm.
If you are spending online,
Mm-hmm.
you can buy online. You can even use something we call the POS. You are aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
You can use that card for that purpose. So it's treated just the same way. So people out there listening, maybe you not have access to a credit card, but you've interacted with the bank before,
Mm-hmm.
and you know how the overdraft work. It's exactly
The same process.
process.
So this leads me on to my next question. I'm here thinking about how do someone apply for the credit card? Someone is listening up to the radio and hear that the first financial institution, banking institution have introduced. I'm getting some feedback in there. The first banking institution have brought in the credit card. How do I apply for a credit card?
Okay, so let me take that. How do you apply? You
Mhm.
must be a customer
Okay.
to get a credit card. The credit card is solely for our customers. So
Customers.
if you really want a credit card,
Hmm.
then you need to bank with EcoBank.
But what means about opening an account?
By opening an account,
Hmm.
and if it's salary you're receiving, you just have your employer paying you through
Hmm.
EcoBank. If
Hmm.
it's business, yes, you have your business money coming through. If it is a corporate institution and then you need that credit card for employees to manage maybe your petty cash and other things, you can also bank with us.
Okay.
So that is it. And a customer of the bank is
Hmm.
who we give the credit card to.
It,
So there are forms there that comes, and then we have forms
hmm.
that you fill the forms,
Hmm.
and then all the requirements that are needed, we would let you know, and then you'll be able to sail through with the credit card.
All of the branches, I mean, I keep getting feedback in there. All of the branches, someone's well, on the phone or something else. All of the branches making the credit card available. Maybe someone is in the red line. Where you find EcoBank branch, you can go there and get the credit cards.
Yes. So we have the front distributor at all of our branches. So you can visit any of those branches and have access to the form.
Hmm.
Additionally,
Hmm.
we are sending the forms by email.
Email.
You know, this digital world at
Hmm.
this time, we don't expect that everybody will walk.
Yes.
We don't
Yes.
expect that everybody will walk
Hmm.
to the bank just to obtain uh, a form. So we send emails. In fact, while we were at the program last night, there were customers that requested for the form,
All right.
and a lot of us have our emails on the phone.
Okay.
So that form is there, and we just
So
email
you
it,
you send it in two ways, but both the hard copy and also
and
it's
then it's soft copy.
a soft
Yeah.
copy. Are there factors involved in choosing a credit card? Maybe someone want to consider
Like factors involved.
in terms of getting the card. What are some of the factors when choosing a credit card? Is it a card that is easy, it's difficult to use in terms of using a credit card? Is something new? I mean, your customers wants to know how it's work with it. How does it operate?
Okay, it's
Yeah.
it's not really a difficult thing to assess the credit card. The thing is,
Hmm.
we have two cards.
Hmm.
We have the Advantage, the gold card,
Hmm.
and then we have the platinum card.
Okay.
Okay, the benefits that comes with the platinum cards are higher than the benefits that come with the gold card,
Okay.
and so and it depends on the. We have something we call loyalty partnerships. We have some institutions that when you pay with your credit card, you can have discounts. For the platinum, you have higher discounts than with the gold.
Hmm.
So it depends on what you want. The gold card is there, the
Hmm.
platinum card is there. Now, Mr. Colley mentioned earlier that there are several areas, channels that you can do withdrawal from. The platinum card, the credit card is internationally recognized.
Okay.
Is You can use it
You
locally,
use the credit anywhere in the world.
anywhere in the world,
Anywhere in the world.
anywhere in the
Okay.
world.
Okay.
So you can use it locally, and then you can use it internationally.
Okay. So it's just restricted to Liberia
No,
alone.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
So you can use it on point of sale, that the POSs. You
Hmm.
can use it on the ATMs, and then you
Okay.
can do purchase online as well. So it's just up to you how you would want to use it. Now, let me just um, tell you some of the benefits. I know it's a question that will come in.
Mhm.
It's
The
it's
benefit of having the credit
the
card.
benefits of having a credit card.
Mm.
It gives you the convenience where you would have to carry cash bulky in your pocket, in your purse.
Mhm.
The credit card comes handy. So you can use your credit card without having physical cash on you. Another thing is that I talked earlier on the loyalty partnership.
Okay.
We have rewards, we have benefits. Sometimes for the credit card comes with these rewards and benefits.
Mhm.
You are able to get travel points when you purchase online your card, with your card, your credit card. So you have some credit points that it comes to a point that you may not have to physically pay for a ticket because you have already built up your credit points and you can use your travel points and you can use that to travel.
Okay.
Now, you can also have discounts
Mhm.
when you use your
The credit
your
card.
credit card.
Okay.
Um, if you buy from somewhere, they are able to give you a discount,
Mhm.
maybe 10%, 20%, just because you're using the credit card.
Mhm.
And it's not just in Liberia, it is international, as I said
Wow.
earlier.
Wow.
Apart from that, it makes money come handy. Cash comes to you.
Mhm.
In times when you are in need, it gives you that immediate help. You may not have money all the time. Instead of coming to the bank to explain all your details, going through
Mhm. Mhm.
so many bureaucracies, you
Yeah.
have the card to use to.
Already. Mhm.
And then you also have access. If you have the credit card,
You have
you
access
have
already.
access to 1,000. What do we call it? 1,000 launches across the world. We have 400 plus airports
Okay.
in the world.
Mhm.
You can use your credit card to access the launches.
Okay.
Imagine you go to a place like Dubai
Mhm.
and you want to fly to another country.
Mhm.
You are sitting in the airport waiting for your flight. You can access a lounge there. It doesn't matter the class that you are flying on.
Mhm.
You can be on economy, you can be on business.
On
It doesn't
business,
really
you
matter.
you can pay for
All
the
you
okay.
need your credit card. You access a lounge. You sit there.
Mhm. Mhm.
You enjoy the goodies of that lounge before your next flight.
So
So it makes you
Yeah.
a big boy or a big girl.
Great. Let me welcome you, Junior. Okay. Eugenia, good morning. Welcome. I know she's wondering. Yes, I get in terms of getting the card, how easy or how difficult? Because this is a big news now. Everybody will start to rush down to the bank. I need a credit card. I mean, those of folks who have account with EcoBank. How easy or difficult to get the card? It's an immediate process. It'll take a day or so to get a card.
So the first thing you have to have an account of EcoBank,
Mm-hmm.
and once you come to the e-banking, you need all the personal banking. We give you the credit card form. You fill out the form within 3 days or 5 days at maximum. You get your card.
3 or 5 days
Yes.
of all the information.
Yes. Once you have the correct information,
Mm-hmm.
you get your card within 5 days.
What do you ask for? I mean, our librarian people are curious. What do you ask for? What are some of the questions on the forms you need to fill in order to get this credit card?
Like I said, you must have an account of EcoBank,
Mm-hmm.
and then your salary
Mm-hmm.
must be regular. We'll check off that, and then we'll need a letter from your office that indeed Mr. Flomo is working with us
Mm-hmm.
and his salary is coming, and then we'll go and check.
Mm-hmm.
Once you bring a letter from your office, and we'll have all those details, copy of your passport or driver license,
Okay.
we onboard you for the card.
On board. It's not duration on the card. Maybe the card will last for 1 year or 2 years duration. You have that is explained on the card.
Yes, it's for 3 years.
3 years. Let's go back. Maybe Kate or Mr. Colley can answer this. In terms of what limitation on the card? How much do someone credit on the card? You have a fixed fee. You have the Premier. You have the Advantage card. Let's look at the financial thing.
Yes, so we have individuals for 10,000 US dollar,
Mhm.
and
For
then
credit.
for credit.
Mhm.
That is the maximum now.
The
So
maximum.
it does not mean because we say 10,000, so your individual will just give you the
You
10,000.
just plug in the 10,000.
We do assessment on
Mhm.
your salary. That
Mhm.
is when I spoke about the cash flow,
Mhm.
your turnover. So we do the assessment, and then we'll be able to determine the amount you can take. You are qualified to take. And then for businesses, we have up to 20,000.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, this is not something like a business loan, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's basically to just enable you to do online payment
Mm-hmm.
and then have access to cash when you need that cash. But beyond that, we have we increase your limit when you
For the
request if there's
cards.
a need.
Mm-hmm.
You could travel, you use what you have,
Mm-hmm.
and you need to increase maybe your funds to be able to do other expenses,
What's the interest rate
things like that.
in terms of payment?
So in terms of payment annually, the
Mm-hmm.
interest rate is 11%.
15%. Yeah, still be 15, 15,
Between between 11
11 to
15%. Yeah,
15%.
between 11 to
Yes.
15%.
Yes.
So that is annual interest rate. So if you prorate that, you barely be paying like 1.012% monthly.
Okay.
Right. So that's the interest rate on the credit card.
Okay. I want to display one on the social media. A female Eugenia just gave me this. We want to display this on it. So why asking this? So in case this is stolen or missing, what happened? Any of you can answer this question. If this card is missing or is stolen, what happens?
You contact the bank immediately. You call the bank and we block it for you.
Okay.
Yes.
You call the bank,
Yes.
you block it
Right away.
right away.
Yes.
Okay.
But
But they are
Uh-huh.
sorry,
Go ahead.
additionally, look, nothing happens. As a matter of fact,
Mm-hmm.
we report, and if you want us to reprint, if I will reprint,
Mm-hmm.
but the fear of someone using that card is barely impossible
Okay.
because you have your own code, you have the chip
Mm-hmm.
that comes with your PIN,
Mm-hmm.
and so that person does not have access to your PIN. So there's no way they're going to use the card.
Okay.
But again, you
Uh-huh.
have to be careful when you are using credit card, even debit cards and things like that.
Okay.
But
Is the card coming in the LRD or the USD only? Any of you can answer
USD,
there?
USD only for
for
now.
Okay,
now.
for now.
USD.
For now. USD only for now. What's the difference between the Premier and the Advantage? I saw on yesterday you displaying two of them. You have one is the Premier and the other one is the Advantage. What's the difference between them?
Okay, so let me just explain that. The Premier, normally, we have different account segments in our organization. We have the Premier customers who have annual turnovers from 200,000 and above.
Okay.
We have the Advantage customer
Mm-hmm.
who has an annual turnover of 20,000 and above, up to 199,000.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just the category of customers, and so a customer who falls within the Premier
Mm-hmm.
would want to go in for the Platinum card.
Okay.
The customer who falls within the Advantage would go in for the Gold card.
Mm-hmm.
So that is just about the card, the segments.
Okay. Great. We'll have more reaction coming up. Public. This is the Truth Breakfast Show. 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Yes, you're listening up. Echo Bank, the first bank to introduce what we call the credit card. The credit cards, yes. In terms of the minimum payment on a credit card, how is it calculated? There are a lot of concern. Yes, but let's do it. Yes.
The minimum payment,
Uh-huh.
basically, um, if you are granted a line,
Mm-hmm.
a credit of 1,000,
Mm-hmm.
and you use all that 1,000 in a month time, you've spent it. It's expected that you pay that money at the end of the month.
Okay.
Right? So it's not like, okay, so but we have a percentage of the amount that is required
Mm-hmm.
that you pay in a month. So we say, okay, out of the 1,000, pay up to 25%.
25%.
Yes,
That is, you're trying to manage your credit card debt safely
in a month, yeah.
in a month.
So you pay that money. But here's the thing: if you use all that money and pay just 25%, you have an outstanding, and you don't pay that. It means you owe the bank, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you owe the bank, you have to pay. So you interest accrue on that difference.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you manage well and you pay all your amount up to the $1,000, then you don't pay anything at all.
Mm.
We will not charge you interest. It's like you use our money and then it's free for that month. So that's how you manage the credit card. But as long as there's going to be outstanding, you use it, you don't pay. We gave you a little grace period as a matter of fact. I think Kate spoke about that
Okay.
previously. So we gave you like 5 days grace period after the bill has been submitted. Of course, the billing day for this credit card is on the 25th of every month.
Okay.
So we say on the 25th, your bill comes.
Mm-hmm.
We give you a grace period of 5 days
Mm-hmm.
to pay. Now, if you fail to pay over that 5 days, then we calculate the interest and you
Okay.
will penalize for that as well.
But,
And you
but
know,
mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Kate spoke about the premium card, the premium customers and
The
the
advantage.
advantage customers. You want to be a premium customer, but if you take the platinum card, the charges as well. So you have two classes of cards. You
Mm-hmm.
want to be a premium customer to enjoy all the benefits. Of course, you don't enjoy those benefits free.
Okay.
So there are charges
Is the
that
card
come with
free?
it.
Can you get the card free if I just walk to the bank? I have an account with Echo Bank, whether it's a salary or saving account. Can I walk to the bank? Do I need to pay for the card?
Okay, let me answer that, but then I wanted to buttress something. So let me just answer and then about what Mr. Colley said. The premier card is $18.
$18.
It's not a monthly fee.
No
At
monthly payment.
once,
Okay.
$18. That's
Okay.
all
No
about.
monthly
No,
charges.
no, the premier, we don't charge for the premier card on a monthly basis. The
Mm-hmm.
card it's $18. That's the
$18.
issuance fee.
Okay.
Now, I want to buttress on what Mr. Colley said. Yes, though
So
we
the
have.
answer for this, sorry, the answer I can't get to the bank. I have to pay $18 for the premium cards.
Yes, we will just take it from your account.
Your account. What about the advantage card?
It's $15.
It's $15.
Yes.
Okay, just from your
Yes.
account. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So Mr. Colley talked about the interest on that we take from the credit card, but let me just say this: you can have a credit card and would not pay interest to us.
Okay.
It's all dependent on you.
Mhm.
If you pay within the time frame, the due dates, you would not be paying anything to the bank.
Okay.
So you have the 25th of every month to pay what you have used. Once you pay, and you have grace period of 5 days after the 25th.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that you have enough time. Once you pay, you don't have an issue. That means you don't owe us anything. You will just keep using as you use, you pay. You use, you pay.
How do you do the payment? I'm here thinking about. Do I need to go back to the bank if I make a credit, maybe 1,000 or 2,000, 3,000, and you want to pay back to the bank? How do you do the payment? You have to go back and fill in the form and make the payment back.
No, you have as a customer, you have options.
Okay.
We have our online banking
Mm-hmm.
that you can make payment on, and we also have the mobile app
Okay.
that you can also make your payment on regularly.
Wow.
Yes.
Great. Let's see if we get some reaction from the public. Echo Bank, the first bank institution in Liberia to introduce the credit card. Yes, the credit card is now available at Echo Bank Liberia Limited, the Pan African Bank. Let's get the lines activated 077 7285 961. My name is. Let's hear from you. Let's pick our very first caller on the line. The credit card, Echo Bank, the Pan African Bank. Good morning.
Morning to you and good morning to your studio guests. Thank you for this initiative. I think Ecobank is making the banking system a modern system in Nigeria. Now, you keep talking about international. How many countries are you in? So that just in case I get my credit card from here, where can I travel to also benefit from this credit card? Where? Thank you.
Okay. Yes, difficulty. Where you want to travel? Anyway. Yes, thank you. Let's pick another call on the line. Yes, you respond to all of the questions. Let's pick this call on the line. 285961. Good morning.
Well, good morning.
Morning.
I want to say good morning to your guest, the studio, the Mr. Public and Kate. My name is Oscar from Kanoa, calling from Delaware, Nevada. You would like to more clarity on the team lesson. Because their credit card now they give you the credit, as you said, maybe $5,000, $10,000. And you go on spending the penny on your amount. And at the end of the month, you receive that this is the percentage that you have to pay for this month based on the amount that you credited. And then it's going to send to you, and you continue to keep credit card and continues to accumulate. And then
Please ask the question straight. Hello, hello. Yeah, please, yeah. So what is your question? What is your question? You still explaining? Hello, hello. No, let's do this interactive. I mean, ask the question instead of you explaining due to a lot of folks trying to call, please. Just when you call, just ask the exact question and they will respond to you. Yes, please. Let's get more calls up. 0777-285-961. Just go to the questions, please. Introduce yourself and ask the question. We appreciate that. Yes, good morning. Morning. Okay, that is US dollars. The credit card now is in US dollar. Yes, just ask the question. Good morning. Morning, go ahead. Please ask that directly to the credit card. Hello? You say what? Yo, man, we're talking credit cards here. They go to giving loan. Yeah. Morning. Morning. Okay. You're working pricing. You're not a working pricing, but you want a credit card. Do you have an account with the bank? Okay, so how would the bank credit you? You don't. Okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah, the promotion. Yeah, listen, the promotion I was doing was for the prepaid cards. So you need to have with this one, you need to open an account with an Echo Bank, right? Either the account or the salary account. Yes, so then you'll be eligible to have the credit card. Good morning. Hello. Your line jamming. Yes, so Mr. Colley, you listen up. I mean, yes. Morning, you on the line? Yeah, go ahead. Hello. Yeah. I mean, the line is jamming up. Yes. You care to respond to some of the questions?
Yes, sure.
Go ahead.
I think the first person asked about our coverage. And so today, EcoBank is in 33 countries around Africa.
Okay.
But initially, we stated that the credit card is international, so there's no limitation. So
it can be used in the U.S.
any part of the world.
Okay, anywhere.
Use the credit card.
Okay.
I think the next person was talking about the limit on how to make payment of the credit card. I think we also explained that. We stated that you can pay the limit that is given you. You pay up to 25%. That is required. But in the event you don't pay up to 25%, the difference you get charged. We were only using the $1,000 as an illustration on if you have granted a line of $1,000. So I have a credit card of $1,000. I'm required to clear, but I did not clear. They require 25%. I pay that, assuming I use the entire 1,000. The balance will accumulate. But what we're saying to you is that interest is going to be paid on an outstanding
Okay.
after the free period. So I hope that is clear to that caller. And somebody also asked whether the credit card is in local currency. No, for now, it's only in US dollar. The customer that asks about a startup, the reason why it's not part of the topic though, but let me just speak to that. We don't credit startup easily unless on a special program. The reason is simple because you've not understood maybe the business. There's no turnover. There's no record to show on whether that business can be managed by you to be able to pay the bank back. So in that case, we don't easily grant facility to start up. Unless where you have contract with someone and you bring it to the bank and say, oh, I have contract by a tier one company like MTN, and say, look, I need to deliver this for them. I have that. So can I open an account? But again, only the way you answer it, that was it. I have to have an account.
Yeah.
Can I open an account and then you grant me a portion of this, the value of this contract, so that I go and deliver and pay you back? In that case, we look at it.
Okay.
And the last person asked whether the credit card can be obtained by a business. Yes, if you have an account where you running your business, you want a credit card for your business, yes, you are eligible.
All right. Yes, let's get a few more calls up. Please just go directly to your question. Good morning. Mo- Brilliant question. Thank you so much. Let's get back and pick more calls up. Yes, it's a beautiful one. Do we answer you? Good morning. Morning. Please be audible. Go ahead. Please be audible. Online I'm not getting you. Please. I'm struggling to hear you. In fact. Please ask the question, Adolphus. Go ahead. You need an account. I've answered over and over. You need an account before you credit, huh? Yes. Yes. Uh-huh. We're talking credit card, Chief. Yes. Let me pick this call here. Yeah. The promotion that is on that we're talking now. Sorry. Good morning.
Yeah, very quickly once again, I'm sorry. The question I was asking about this international issue. Here we're talking about EcoBank. I was trying to find out whether you have EcoBank all over the world, when you can go and use it anywhere, or this card can be used in any other bank or for any other business. Because when you say international, is it going to be only for EcoBanks that are all over the world, or it can be used in somewhere else?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The card can be used at any other bank, right? Is am I right about that? Any other bank, not just Africa alone.
Or any other bank, EcoBank around the world, or any other bank.
Any other bank. Take EcoBank from there. Any other bank you use the credit cards.
It's new to us. We're going to talk about this thing. It's new to us.
Oh.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
By the way, where are you traveling from? Anyway, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Let me just take 3 more calls up. This is the first day, I'm sure. Let's see this person on the line. Just go to the question, please. Good morning. Morning. Yeah. I mean, the text messages are also coming. Yeah, Katie, you're coming through. Yes. You listen up to call us. Yeah.
Yes. So for the question whether you can have a credit card, the person already has a debit card with us. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
you can. So the person is free to come over and have the credit card. He can even have both cards. He can have both the credit and then the debit card.
Okay.
The credit is the one that we give you the credit on the loan on,
Mm-hmm.
and then the debit card you can use it, at your own
You can't use a
time.
debit card or credit,
No,
so
no,
therefore
no,
you
no,
need a
no.
credit card.
Exactly.
You need a credit card, and you have to be a customer of the bank before getting the credit card.
Yeah.
Yes, so you get that information clear. Yes, let me squeeze this other caller in. Good morning. Morning. I mean, the line is so bad. So, for the next 6 minutes, let's use 2 minutes each for you, all of you in there. Starting out with Euphemia, right?
Virginia.
Eugenia, yes, Eugenia, start with you. Let's use 2 minutes. We'll go to Mr. Colley, then Kid close up.
Okay, I'm Virginia
Mm-hmm.
from the e-banking unit. I would just like to throw a little light on Mr. Kuti question. He
Mm-hmm.
talked about the card being used only EcoBank. It's a Visa. Our credit card, our debit card, our prepaid card
Mm-hmm.
is a Visa base, so it works anywhere around the world.
It's a Visa
Yeah,
base. Okay,
it
right.
works anywhere around the world, be it credit,
Mm-hmm.
debit, or the prepaid card.
Mm-hmm.
It works anywhere around the world. So we'll be expecting customers to come
Mm-hmm.
and enjoy the product. It's very convenient. Thank you.
Okay, great. Yes, Kid. Yes. It was a call. We'll close up. Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
for the also on something Mr. Colley said earlier,
Mm-hmm.
when you have the credit card, it is not on the entire amount that we give you that you are supposed to pay on.
Mm-hmm.
So if we give you $1,000
Mm-hmm.
and then you used $800 or let me say $500 out of the $1,000,
Mm-hmm.
that is the one that we expect that you make payment of it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you use that $500, you may make, if you can make the total payment, fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to make part payment, you can make 25% payment of that $500 that you have used.
Okay.
And then the remaining 75%,
Mm-hmm.
you pay later
Okay.
with interest.
Okay.
Okay, so that is how it works. But then let me just close up since you have just few minutes for me.
Mm-hmm.
If you get that credit card, just try and then monitor your spending. It's not just because you have a credit card,
Mm-hmm.
so you just spend anyhow. Monitor your spending and stay within your budget.
Okay.
You set up alerts to remind you of due dates, the dates that you know you are supposed to pay.
Mm-hmm.
You monitor your alerts. And then you must understand your statement because on a monthly basis, we'll be sending you statements on how much you have used.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and then when is the due date to pay? When we send you that statement, look through and it gives you itemized, of details of everything that you have used that credit card for.
Mm-hmm.
Go through it and understand that this is what I use the money for. If there are any errors, you come back to us.
Okay.
But don't just look at the statement and then you leave it. Please go through your statement, understand your statement, pick up the errors, and let's roll.
Yes, understand the statement, pick up the errors, and let's roll. That's a great one. Yes, Mr. Gibson, Colley, as you close up.
Yeah, thank you. So for me, EcoBank continue to lead the way in the industry. We've introduced credit card, and as a matter of fact,
Mm-hmm.
this is something we saw long ago because requests kept coming
Mm-hmm.
from our customer business owners. So we believe that whatever happened internationally with on the international market, businesses, things that happen in the US, things that happen in Europe and other places can also happen here.
And
And that
congratulations
is
on being
why,
the first financial institution to introduce the credit card to Liberia.
yeah, that is why we are the Pan African Bank.
Mm-hmm.
We will continue to lead the way. And we want to thank all of our customers as well. We're encouraging all of them. It's easy to obtain a card. Come and obtain one to avoid the embarrassment that when you are traveling, you want to purchase and somebody is telling you if it is a debit card,
Yeah.
we're not going to accept it. So you get your credit card and enjoy the convenience.
Yes, get your credit card and enjoy the convenience. The credit card is a payment card that allows the cardholder to borrow funds from a financial institution known as the card user To make purchase or pay for goods and services, the cardholder can use the credit card up to a certain card limit, which is determined by the card issue based on the cardholder's credit worthiness. Get the credit card. Echo Bank Liberia, the first financial institution, banking institution to introduce the credit card. You must have an account with Echo Bank. Then you're eligible to have a credit card. So much. This is how we come to the end of the Thursday edition of the Truth Breakfast Show. I've been serving you breakfast since 7:30 this morning. Before I go, please like this Facebook page, White Heart Initiative. White Heart Initiative. On behalf of the entire team, Richard Lucen and Marka Davis, my name is O'Neill. I'll be back on tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.